Hey everyone, today I'm making sausage and lentil soup, and I'm just going to bring you along with the process of how I make it. Alright, first you're going to prep your vegetables. So I've already peeled my carrots and I'm going to dice them. So I'm cutting them in half, and then I'm going to slice them in half again, and then again, so they're a little small, and just slice them like this. They're kind of smallish, like this size. All right, now I have 2 stalks of celery. I've already done 2 carrots. I've chopped and diced those up, and now I'm going to do the same thing with the celery. All right, I have 2 onions. I don't know if I need 2 onions, but I'm going to peel and dice 1 onion. So let's take off the ends. And then just peel the outer skin. And then just dice it however small you like it. I think one onion should be enough. Next, I'm going to dice some zucchinis. I have 2 here. They're smallish, so I'm probably going to do both of them. Now, next you have to heat up your Dutch oven with a little bit of olive oil, and I put the heat on to like medium to high to start cooking up the sausage, which I will be taking out of the casings. Once your sausage is in the pan, out of the casing, use this handy dandy meat chopper and just break it up like this until it's all brown. I think this might be a little bit too high, so I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. And then brown it until it's all cooked. And then once it's cooked, you'll add the vegetables. Alright, now once your ground sausage, or this is Italian sausage, is cooked like this, I'm going to add a big scoop of garlic, so about this much in a big spoon. I like lots of garlic, but if you don't like that much, then you don't need to add as much as I do. And then give it a stir. There you go. Like that. And then I'm going to add this big thing of vegetables. I'll get the rest of the carrots out in a minute. And let's give this a stir and let it cook for a few minutes. After letting the vegetables cook for a little bit, I'm going to add probably half of this can of tomato paste, so around 75 milliliters of this. And then I'm going to do a whole can of diced tomatoes, and then as well I'm going to do a whole carton of beef broth, which is 4 cups, and I'm going to add probably 2 more cups of water to that as well. Okay, I have added only 4 cups of just the broth, like the box. I haven't added any more water yet because I want to see how much water I'm going to need once I add the lentils. But now I'm going to add all my seasonings. So I've got about a half a teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of basil, a teaspoon of oregano, a half a teaspoon of thyme, a teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to put that in and then give it a mix. But you can also, I also put a little bit of paprika too. It doesn't call for that in the recipe, but I wanted to add it myself. But you definitely can add whatever seasonings you like that according to your taste. but that's what I chose to do. So, and then once the soup is done, you can taste it and then see if you need to add any more. But I just didn't want to add too much salt yet because the broth also has salt in it, and then the sausage has salt. So I'm got all the seasonings in, and then I'm just going to go and add the lentils next. All right, I've got about 2 cups of lentils here. I've rinsed it and looked through them, and I'm going to add them to my pot and apparently make a mess because I'm getting them all over my stove. Better than what I did. I tried putting it in into my strainer, and I spilled a whole bunch into the sink, but that's okay. That's just, it wouldn't be me if I didn't make a mess. So give it a stir. I probably am going to need more water, but I'm just going to let this cook for a little bit and then add more as I need it. So I don't want it to be too runny. I think I'm more of like one that likes to have it more of like a stew type soup. So it's a little thicker, but we'll see. And I will come back and show you what it looks like. All right, I cooked the lentil soup and sausage soup for about 40-ish minutes, and then now I'm adding some spinach. It's probably about, I don't know, 2 cups. I took off some of the larger stems, and I'm just gonna let it soak into there until it wilts. So it shouldn't take too long. You honestly, you don't need to add the spinach, but I just wanted to add this the spinach because I like spinach. But you do not need to add the spinach if you don't want to, and if you don't like spinach. And there you go. Okay, it looks delicious. I will give it a taste test in a little bit. Alright, I just turned off the stove, and I have a small bowl here that I am going to try some myself, and I'm adding some shredded Parmesan cheese on top, and that is how it's going to be, and I will taste it and let you know how it is. Alright, I'm going to taste some. It's very hot, so let's see what it tastes like. It's very good. Lots of flavor. I'm hoping that my husband and my kids like it, but if not, there's more for me, and I'm gonna end up taking some over to my dad as well. But yeah, it's very good. You cannot tell or taste that it has lentils in it at all. So if you have any picky kids that or you're trying to get protein into, lentils are definitely the way. Must try this recipe.